Students, in previous class we discussed Glimpses of India Part 1, A Baker from Goa. So, we know how the baker lifestyle was and what are the different types of bakery items they used to bake and how the Portuguese impact was there in Goa people still they were exist in Goa, and different types of breads like bread bangles and loaves of bread, different types of things still they were familiar. So in all these all the things which we come to know, which we know in previous part. Now second part we come to know, so what are the different types of breads which gives importance based upon their occasion. For example, for marriage they will give some bowl, for any engagement they will prefer sandwiches in that way. And also in this part we will discuss how the dressing style of bakers. See here, marriage gifts are meaningless without the sweet bread known as the bowl. So in marriage gifts, they will prefer the sweet bread that is called bowl, this type of bread. Just as a party or a feast loses its charm without bread. So without this type of bread, it was just meaningless, it was just lost. So they will prefer this type of bread for marriage gifts. Not enough can be said to show how important a baker can be for a village. So this makes and this shows that how the baker very important in each and every occasion in Goa village. So for marriage gifts, what they will prefer? For marriage gifts, they will prefer the item like bowl. So this type of things. So without that sweets, without that things, it was meaningless, it was lifeless. So this shows us how important the baker was in their village. See, the lady of the house must prepare sandwiches on the occasion of her daughter's engagement. So for marriage gifts they will prefer dole, as in the same way for engagements, for any one of their daughter's engagement they will prefer sandwich. For each and every occasion they will have and they will prefer different type of bread, different type of item which makes from the baker. And cakes and bowling house are a must for Christmas as well as other festivals. So in previous we discussed for marriage festival that is a different type of sweet, and for engagement they will prefer sandwiches. In the same way for Christmas, for the festival they will prefer bowling house, means a gone coconut cookie. Observe here. So this is a gone coconut cookies which was made with some coconut. As we know that Goa is very familiar with coconut trees and everything, greenery and everything. So for Christmas and different types of festivals, they will prefer bowling hearts. Thus, the presence of bakers' furnace in the village is absolutely essential. So by this we can easily understand how familiar the baker was, how important the baker was. His existence was really very crucial for the people who are living in Goan village. So each and every occasion they will prefer some item which was baked by the baker. So here we come to know about the dressing style, which type of dressing they will prefer. As we look at some street food sellers, different type of dress styles they will prefer. In the same manner, the baker or bread seller of those days had a peculiar dress known as kabai. So here kabai means the dressing code of a baker. It was a single piece long frock reaching down to the knees. In our childhood we saw bakers wearing a shirt and trousers which were shorter than full length ones and longer than half pants. So here the author was saying that in their childhood the baker used to have a different dress code that is called kabai. How the dress will appear? It is to appear like a long frock, a single piece long frock which is reaching down to the knees. So in his childhood, so how the shirt will be? The trouser will be shorter than full length pant and also longer than half pant. You can observe the picture here. It is a full length pant and it is a half pant. So how the dressing of the baker will be? So it is shorter than full length ones and longer than half pant. So the dressing style of the baker was still exists. It is called kabai. Even today, anyone who wears a half pant, reaches just below the knees, invites the comment that he is dressed like a padder. Padder means what? Padder means, as we discussed earlier, padder means a baker in Portuguese language. So even today also, we come to know that in olden days, in our other childhood days, he come to know the people, who are selling bakery items, they have the dress code of it was the like a full length skirt which is down to their knees. But now also, even today also, any one of the person who have dressed in that way, means half pant reaches to below the knees, means they will called as they will commented as a padder. Padder means a baker from the Portuguese language. So this is the dressing style of a baker. Now the baker usually collected his bills at the end of the month. So every day the baker will go early in the morning. The baker will go to the entire town and he will sell all his bakery item which was made by him. So finally at the end of the month he will collect all his bills. Monthly accounts used to be recorded on a small wall in pencil. As we know that our parents also, when not only our parents but who are uneducated, they will prefer when they want to write something, if there is no notebook or anything available in our home, immediately they will choose to write in wall, isn't it or not? So here also our bakers also, what they will do, they will write their monthly accounts recorded on some wall in pencil. With pencil they will write all their accounts. Baking was indeed a profitable profession in olden days. So of course some professions will give us profit and some may not. In some particular time that profession was really profitable, but after some time it may dropped. But here the baker and his family never starved. So never starved means this shows that it was a profitable. The baker and his family never starved, means they didn't feel any hungry. Why? It was really a profitable profession. He and his family and his servants, the people who work in his bakery, they were always looked happy and prosperous. What is the reason for happy and prosperous? Because baking was indeed a profitable profession. Their family and their servant always looked happy and prosperous. Here, the author explains their physics. See, their plump physique was an open testimony to this. Their plump physique means presently a fat body, was an open testimony. Public statement about a character or quality means yes, baking was a profitable profession. Their family, the baker's family and their servants are really very happy and prosperous. So for the example, we can observe their physique. Their physique was really very fat. They'll have their fat bodies. So this is one of the example which we can observe how their profession was really profitable. And one more thing, even today any person with a jackfruit like physical appearance, even today also a person who have a jackfruit, already you know what is a jackfruit. If a person have a jackfruit like physical appearance, easily compared to a baker. So now in this part we come to know how the dressing style of a baker and how he looks like and how profitable the profession was, each and everything we discussed. So come to the oral comprehension. Match the following, what is a must. So as we discussed earlier, as marriage gifts, they gave some zigzag meanings here. So we have to find out the correct one. As marriage gifts, what they will prefer? Sweet bread called bowl. So as marriage gifts, they will prefer sweet bread called bowl. And for a party or a feast, what they will prefer? For party or a feast, they will prefer bread. So for a party or a feast, they will prefer bread. For a daughter's engagement, what is the bakery item they will prefer? Sandwich. So for Christmas or many other festivals, they will prefer cakes and bowling house. So this is about different types of bakery items they will choose for different occasions. Second question, what did the bakers wear in the Portuguese days? When the author was young. So in the Portuguese days, what is the appearance of bakers? And when the author was young, what is the appearance, what is the dress code of bakers? So when it is on the Portuguese days, the bakers wore a unique knee length frock which is called cabai. As we discussed that is called, the dressing sense is called cabai. We had seen them, and when the author was young, the dressing was little bit changed, that is like wearing a shirt and shorter than usual pants. So when the author was young, the dressing style was somehow changed. In a Portuguese days, they used to wear a knee length frock that is called cabai. But when the author was young, their dressing style, we can observe a slight difference between these two. Next question. Who invites the comment? He is dressed like a padder. Why? So, who invites the comment? He is dressed like a padder. Padder means what? Padder means in the Portuguese language, a baker in the Portuguese language. Who invites the comment? The person who dressed a peculiar. So, peculiar dress who has worn by that person they may call and they may invited the comment like padder. Why they will call in that way means they wore shirts shorter than usual pants. Thus, if someone is seen wearing pants of this much length, they invite the comment he is dressed like a padder. So when we discuss the dressing style of a baker, so when one person wearing shirts and shorter than usual pants, definitely they will comment as a padder. Fourth question, where were the monthly accounts of the baker recorded? As we discussed that, so any illiterate person or any book is not available means immediately our parents also used to write some accounts or some number details in with pencil. So this will happen with the baker. So the next question, what does a jackfruit like appearance mean? So we already know that the person who have a plump physique that is similar to jackfruit. So in those days baker had plump physique because baking was a profitable profession. Of course they will be look like jackfruit. So their appearance is like a jackfruit. Next, thinking about text. Which of these statements are correct? The padder was an important person in the village in old times. Yes, he was an important person in a village in old time. Not only in old time but also now also the baker plays a crucial role in nowadays in Goa. So it is false. Padders still exist in Goan villages. Yes, padders still exist in Goan villages. The padders went away with the Portuguese. No. Though the Portuguese left Goa, still the padders were there, means the bakers were there in Goan villages. The padders continued to wear a single piece of long frock. No, in olden days they used to wear a single piece of long frock, but nowadays they have a different dressing style that having some shirt and long half pant in that way. So their dressing style was different now. Bread and cakes were an integral part of Goan life in the olden days. It is false. Not only in the olden days, still in Goan villages, breads and cakes were an integral part of Goan life. Traditional bread making is still a very profitable business. Yes, true. Traditional bread making is still a very profitable business. Padders and their families starve in the present days. Not at all. It was, we mentioned that baking was a profitable profession. So they don't have the matter of starving. Who, the baker, his family and their servants, they don't have the matter of starving. So it is false. Next question. Is bread an important part of Goan life? How do you know this? Yes, bread is an important part of Goan culture and it is evident from its presence. Its presence, as we discussed that in the beginning, that in part 2, different occasions they will represent by having different types of bakery items. For example, engagement they will prefer sandwiches. For festivals like Christmas and other festivals they will prefer cookies which was made with some coconut in that way. So that shows bread is an important part in Goan culture. How do you know that? Yes, so by sweetbreads, different occasions they will have different types of sweets which made with bread. So by this we come to know that every family function or in every occasion without sweet bread it was lifeless. So this, by this statement we come to know it was really an important part in Goan life. Next question. Take the right answer. What is the tone of the author when he says the following? See, here we have three options: nostalgic, hopeful, sad. So, first one, the third and the jingle of the traditional baker's bamboo can still be heard in some places. So, in which tone the author says this? It is a nostalgic. So, when the author says that in his childhood days, means he was remembering about the past, thinking about the past, recalling about the past. So, it is in that tone, nostalgic tone, he says that statement. Second one, maybe the father is not alive, but the son still carries on the family profession. It is also nostalgic. So it is also nostalgic that when he was comparing and when he was thinking about all his past, he used to give this statement: I still recall the typical fragrances of those laws. Here the sentence itself, recall means he was thinking about nostalgic. So this is also comes under nostalgic. Next one, the tiger never brushed his teeth. Hottie could wash and clean up everything so nicely after all. See here, this statement it conveys somehow funny way. Tiger brushing a teeth and Hottie could wash up and clean up. This is somehow funny way. So these statements gives funny too. And next one, cakes, bowling house are a must for Christmas as well as other festivals. Yes, it is in a matter of fact based upon the festivals, based upon the occasions, different types of cakes, different types of items, bakery items will be there. The last one, the baker and his family never starved. They always looked happy and prosperous, as we know that their profession was really a profitable profession. So we come to know there is no matter of starving here. So it is matter of fact. Thank you. I hope you understand this lesson very well. Hari Om.